Well, Brandy and I are finally continuing our timeline playthrough. And why are we not starting with 2? Well, because we're weird and it's the timeline playthrough. So we technically have to start with Resident Evil 3, and then we'll play this to a point, and then play all of 2, and then continue 3. So if you just want to start the game, Brandy, I'm recording.
Yes.
I hit new game, and Brandy's
then
making me
hard
do
mode.
hard mode.
Tell me when you hit it, because I'm on.
I'm gonna hit hard mode now.
Okay. Why did they say 3? That's not cool.
Doesn't it have a different voice too on GameCube? I feel like the GameCube ports
Yeah, they
have
were
different
all.
voices.
Yeah,
And
they
didn't we
sound
think
different.
that maybe that was Joe White? Because he said he recorded a
Oh,
few, so maybe he did the GameCube ones too, because they came out when
that
Remake
would
came
be
out. That makes
that would
sense.
be cool. Well, I haven't played this in a while, so I'm a little nervous. Because this game can be
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah. This used to be as hard to me as Code Veronica. Since then, it's not. However,
It still has its problems.
it
Yeah.
does. It does.
Because this is my second favorite after Remake. I absolutely love this game. This
Yeah.
is my favorite of the 3 originals, but that doesn't mean it's not challenging at times. But we got this. Hopefully, I don't die in embarrassment. I mean, at least I'm not recording my end, but
Right.
I'm sure people will hear me if I get pissed off. And when you and I did like a sort of trial run of this a couple weeks ago, I freaking fought Nemesis outside the RPG.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm
It's
not.
doable, and I've done it before, but it takes like 8 or 9 tries a lot of the time, and it's like it's not worth it. So I'm definitely not gonna
And
attempt
for the
that.
timeline canon, I think I would believe that the first couple run-ins with him, Jill probably just fucking booked it too.
Yeah, because she's probably like, what the fuck is this thing?
And I guess I'll say this: we're playing this on PS3. I'm recording it for my PS3. When we did that test, I tried to play it on my computer, but for some reason, none of these CG cutscenes played.
Which is so weird.
So
Can't have the game without the CG cutscenes. There may only be a few, but they're important.
I know.
Especially this one, and this is a great opening.
Yes.
You know, these cops are kind of stupid.
And something they did a decent job recreating, I think, in Apocalypse. I think there's a scene similar to this.
Oh yeah, and they even do like the helmet, right, and a zombie
Yeah.
helmet, which is pretty cool. To give the movie any credit pains me, but I will agree with that. Ah.
And
Yes.
even Brandy and I are not streaming 2 and 3 because they're not on PS4. However,
Ooh.
don't expect this to be like a flawless Let's Play either, as far as technical things, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, we do it mainly for fun, but it is cool to capture it, I guess, and have these
Yeah,
memories.
I definitely didn't want to not capture these 2 games. Just
Yeah, because
because
I would
they're.
just feel like something's missing. Oh shit, why did I
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
you shoot this guy or you let him bite you? Because I heard if you let him bite you, the one that you have to run past, it doesn't do any damage because the full game doesn't really start till you get over this like dumpster. But I don't
Right.
know how true that is.
I just shot him to get past him.
Okay. Remember this scene in Umbrella Chronicles where the zombies like freaking like look like they're like never mind, maybe I shouldn't say that. You know what I mean? Remember
I
the
do.
scene where they all like go
She
for her
jumps up on a
crotch?
yeah, she
Yeah.
jumps up on a ladder and they all just sort of
Yeah, and I get what they were going for. Like she was gonna try to like break one of their but it just ended up looking kind of awkward. Oh, and Jill's so pretty in that game because she's fucking Julia Voth. I like Jill in this game though too. This was like pre Julia Voth, which is the best, but this is still a good version of Jill. Not like Revelations or ORC. Bleh.
no. And Catherine Disher is a fantastic Jill. She's not one we mentioned a lot, but she's definitely the most classic and iconic, I feel.
I agree. I think like you and I have
She's
said that
third to
Heidi.
us. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
third.
yeah.
But
Heidi and
I think
Patricia are like the
she's.
top dogs, and then
I
but
think
she's still
Catherine Disher delivers just as good a performance, though.
right. No, I agree. She fits Jill, especially this like new and improved feisty Jill.
I know. And fun fact,
Barry, you're so optimistic with that shit.
this guy is named Dario Rossi or something, and I think I read that they named him after Dario Argento.
Yeah, that is really cool. Paying more respects to the horror genre. Come on, you big baby. If you click on it, he's like, no,
Yeah, I
I
just did
told you.
that. Even the
Fine.
people always talk about, oh, Resident Evil always had crappy voice acting, but I never saw that outside the first game. But even minor characters like Dario, that's a really good voice actor there. Just the
I
anger,
know.
fear in his
I
voice.
I know. I think yeah. When his voice is all shaky and stuff, he is a good voice actor. I just always laugh when he's like, "I told you," because he's just like,
She didn't
he's just
even
like
knock
so
on the thing
abrupt.
or anything. He
I
just knew she
know.
was there.
He just approached it. And he was like, blah blah blah. I gotta get rid of these game instructions. We know how to play RE3.
Yes, I might need. I always need a little reminder on what gunpowder
Oh,
makes more.
gunpowder.
But other than that,
Yeah. The most important one is C, and two C's make freeze rounds. That's all you need to know. If you have freeze rounds in this game, you can pretty much like dominate it. I mean, Nemesis is still a pain in the ass, but when I found out freeze rounds just kick his ass, I was like, holy shit! Like they're better and more effective on him than the Magnum is, which is crazy because in every other Resident Evil game, the Magnum is like,
I
you know,
know.
the problem solver. But
I didn't know that for the longest time, and I just
me
read it.
neither.
Freeze rounds,
me,
okay, that's weird, but they do fuck him up.
that's weird. I know. I think this is the only one too to have freeze round, at least out of the old like classic games it has.
I think
Because
so.
everything else had.
I think this and five might be the only ones that have something like that.
Oh
Because
yeah, because 5 has the
four doesn't
nitrogen.
have anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 doesn't even have a grenade launcher.
Maybe like Revelations 2 has something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, I can't let me get to Revelations 2, Brandy, because you never.
Oh, I'm so bad
I'll
at
call you out on it. Our
it.
first attempt, and we successfully did the whole timeline. Revelations 2 was the only thing Brandy didn't fully finish. The DLC, I mean. But
Oh
we
yeah,
have
they're like
to, for
watch. That
canon's
shit
sake,
was
and we have
hard.
to, and we're going to be streaming that too, Brandy.
Pressure's on. Maybe I'll practice in between. No, I can't. Alright, I got a decent amount of ammo. Piecing out. Oh, I gotta pick up these ink ribbons. Are you already out of the save room?
I am.
Oh yeah, I'm being slow.
Well,
I'm not saving here though.
for the most part, as I get grabbed. For the
Well, I was
most
gonna.
part, like 2 and 3, I can mostly play this on autopilot.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean,
Mostly.
until Nemesis is chasing my ass, and then I go a little more into alert
Yeah.
mode. But
Yeah.
this game is super good. Like I remember when he first. Everybody talks about their first moment when he busts through the thing, and like I did grow up with these games, but like they're very spotty in my memory. Like I can't fully remember sitting and watching my dad play this whole game, although I'm sure he did. I just would walk in and out of the room and see certain things. But
Mm.
me first playing this myself and Nemesis jumped through that window, holy shit. Mr. X did it the worst though. For whatever reason, when Mr. X busts through that room with the cameras, you know what I'm talking about in RE2,
Uh-huh.
I legit paused it and my heart was like pound. I was like, oh my god. I like how they took the whole thing with Mr. X and just like made it even better with Nemesis. It's cool.
I know.
Oh shit. It's like Resident Evil enemies aren't supposed to be able to go through doors. What the hell?
Ah, fucker.
Don't. Some of these zombies are super fast in this game. Holy shit.
I know.
They just charge at your ass. And this gun is terrible. That's why, like, I'm tempted to fight Nemesis to get the freaking better handgun, but I'm definitely, like, not up for that. At least not outside the RPD. That shit's too hard. All you get is freaking shotgun.
Can these zombies bite you on the steps, or is it like 3 that or remake, do they throw up on you?
I think, yeah, in all Resident Evil games, they can't, like, grab you on the stairs. They always just puke. You
Which
can
is
always
funny.
use that to your advantage. I know.
All right, I'm gonna use this shotgun to get rid of these last 2.
Yeah, I'm going to get the shotgun now, and I'm nervous because I know there's a guy always down here waiting. Yep, there he is. Can you please die, motherfucker? Thank you. These zombies do take a lot of bullets too.
I think for now, if it's okay with you, do you want to just play up until we leave the RPD?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was gonna suggest that exact. Wow, we can read each other's minds at this point. We've been friends too long. I was literally gonna say that to you. I was gonna say we could do like all of this and then all of the police station, then maybe save like right before, or maybe save after we get the lockpick. Like go to
Right.
through the door to
Yeah.
lockpick. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just because we started a little bit late, but that's fine. But I've been wanting to play this game, so I'm glad we're finally able to play
I
it.
know. Yeah.
I love this game, even though it pisses me off sometimes. Ooh, I can't wait till we get to Code Veronica. I know you're super excited about that one.
I can wait. Although I
I
will
can't wait.
say, I am excited to stream that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh,
Cause it's
fuck
gonna be like
you.
an older one. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Don't bite me. Thank you. These zombies are ridiculous in this. Like they take so many hits. Some of them are super fast. I don't like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, I never can
What?
get past that zombie. When you see Brad again.
Oh, I know where you're at. Yeah. Brad. There was this question on Twitter today. It was like, do you think Brad redeemed himself after he came back for the Stars members in RE1? And I was just like, I mean, he does drop you the rocket launcher and everything, but he was just flying around for hours while your ass was fighting like through the mansion. I mean, I guess one could always argue that like, oh well, he didn't, he didn't really know where you guys were until you set off the flares or whatever. But like so of course, what was he supposed to do? But being cowardly. I know I like Brad though. Like I'm kind of just half joking right now because a lot of people are like, oh, he's such a whatever. But I never like. There's not really any Resident Evil character. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's a lie. There's no Resident Evil character I dislike. But for
There's
the
no
Stars member,
stars
that
member you
yeah,
dislike.
that's a good way to put it. I like all the Stars members.
And he was a good pick to be like Nemesis' first kill too.
I know that is perfect. Like, and it's interesting that he survived the whole first game and then they just kill him off immediately in this one. You would think he'd be one of the first ones to die.
Well, we are recording this, so should we?
Not give away spoilers.
Well, no, make sure we look and read most of the files.
Oh yeah, did you just get one?
Yeah, a clock tower. St. Michael Clock Tower, which I always said wouldn't it have been a lot cooler. I think we said this before. Apocalypse is it's the only one that tried to adapt a game and it failed mostly.
Yeah,
But
for the most part, but
I would have loved, and it would have been so much cooler if like the ending of that, because it takes place at like City Hall or whatever.
oh yeah.
If it had like just ended at the clock tower, that would have been very cool.
Yeah, I hate to give the movies any credit, but I do always say that like for all of them, like Apocalypse is like I guess the best one, which isn't saying a whole lot, but
Yeah,
it is
but I
the
know it
most
is.
yeah, it's the most
Oh,
like the games.
ran right into him. It is, yeah. It's the only one that tries, and I defend Sienna Guillory. I know that gets under your skin, but I think she did a pretty all right job in that one.
Well, the one thing I do give her credit for, and I know that I've even said this to you, like I will say, okay, it's cool that she at least researched Jill and she
Her
kind of like,
movements and
yeah, the
things.
movements and oh fuck you, the that fucking guy right at the end, the because there is that one scene that sticks in my head when they're in like the church and she's exploring on her own and she's kind of walking the way Jill would in a game with her gun and she looks really nervous and blah blah blah. Like I get it, but at the same time, I still think she was, and it was the writing. I don't think it was really like I don't really blame the actress, but she was way too bitchy. Jill's not like a tough. I
Right.
mean, Jill's a tough girl, but she's not like a.
She's not a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wanna. Who the? She doesn't even say hell. She says, "Who the fuck are you?" When she's talking to
Alice.
Alice, and it's just like I mean, that's all of the Resident Evil fans' questions too. Like, who's this bitch trying to come in and be a Resident Evil character? But at the same time, I just don't like Jill being portrayed as like such a bitch. Like, she's not. She's always been like helpful, and she tries to get people
Right.
out of. She's I don't know. She just always seems like Alice is trying to one up her, and she gets pissed. But again, kind of funny to think of it in the perspective of Resident Evil fans.
Like, who the fuck are you?
And we're like, yeah, right, bitch. Who are you?
Oh, this iconic scene. Nemesis is about to fuck him up.
Damn, you're like way ahead of me. Not way, but I'm like shooting zombies.
I tried to run past most of them. Again, how he turned into. I read somebody mentioned said this once, but like how he turns into, I don't understand because his
Oh, into
tentacle
his
goes through the
yeah.
back of his head.
Like I always just thought in RE2, like when you
Well, I
don't
mean,
pick up any.
it looks like it goes through his mouth, so maybe it didn't hit his brain. I don't know.
Yeah, but I would have thought he would have just died instantly. But I mean, I
I
guess.
am not gonna fight with the monster.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Is that what you said?
There was another minor moment with Sienna Guillory, and we'll talk more with the game as we play through it. But like, there was
Yeah.
one scene after they leave the school,
Right.
and it was after like the dogs, and she had like fought them, and Alice comes in all badass and flicks her cigarette and
Yeah,
blows
because of course
her
Jill
up.
can't even fucking flick a match right, right?
No, no. But there was one moment that, and I always said I can't imagine the director or writer being knowing anything about this too. So I always have to imagine it was her.
Oh
When
my
she
god.
leaves the school, she's holding her side.
Oh yeah, and she's. I remember that actually, and I
Yeah,
think
like
like
kind of how the
so.
character does when they're injured.
Right. So I don't know if she actually played the games or maybe she just watched some stuff of them. But either way, that's really cool that she did her research. Unlike cough cough Ali Larder, who like completely doesn't even know what Capcom is, doesn't understand that Claire's hair is supposed to be in a ponytail. Like that might be like a minor complaint, but I know we're not the only ones that like think that like why is her? It's such a simple thing that they could have just did.
It's a simple, easy thing that makes you instantly recognize who the character's supposed to be.
Exactly. That's the main issue. Is like it was something so simple, and it was like, was that Ali Larder being like, I don't want my hair? I mean, she doesn't seem like the type of like bitchy, demanding actress, but I don't know. Or was that literally
But
like
like
they made
even
an
that
instinct to be?
movie, and I can't wait till we do commentaries on that movie. But like even that whole movie was shot in the desert, and it was really hot. You'd think she'd want her hair up the whole
I
time, just
know. And
practical reasons. And then it's like, oh yeah, it also serves the character.
isn't she wearing a hat when we first see her? Like, oh yeah, that's such a
I
Claire
think
Redfield
so.
thing. That's a Jill thing with wearing
And
the beret.
no mention of Chris.
That's. And then they just try to bring him in and freaking what's the horrible one called with Sean
Afterlife,
Roberts? Yeah, Afterlife.
the horrible one.
They
But then
all
he was
blend together.
actually, and we've come to in this agreement that he was actually Wentworth Miller did the best job as the game character.
Oh no, he was fine. I'm just when I think of the Afterlife, I think of fucking Sean Roberts, and then I start to like get really upset. And the whole 3D thing, everything's like slowed down and ridiculous just because like enter the police station. Yeah, I'm like just now entering the police station and running from Nemesis, so I'm a little bit behind you, but that's fine.
That's okay.
It's because I like stop in the. Did you go to the save room where the dogs were to get that gunpowder?
I didn't know.
Okay, I like stop to like get everything because I like to stock up on stuff, especially in this game. And I'm gonna pick up these green herbs, even though I probably don't have room. Oh yeah, I do.
But I told you, Extinction. I actually have one of the early scripts of that movie for some reason.
Right.
And Extinction, it's an early script where Claire's not in it and Jill is. And literally, almost word for word, they just put Claire. They changed the name Jill to Claire.
But why?
Well, I think they were gonna have Jill come back, and then Sienna Guillory couldn't.
Oh, she couldn't.
So
Okay,
they're like,
then.
let's have another badass game character, and let's just not write her like the game at all. Just write her like Jill from Apocalypse and change the name.
They so did that. He like fucking Paul W.S. Anderson does not know how to write females except for bitchy like some people might argue like, oh well, he makes strong females. No, that's not. They don't have any layers to them. They're literally just like assholes that like try to one up each other, and he's not a very good writer, as we know.
No, and we always said this, like, poor fans of Because apparently him and Mila are now adapting the Capcom games Monster Hunters, and it's like, oh, poor.
Oh yeah,
We know how it we when that movie
yeah.
comes out, we'll just like send out a bunch of memes and gifs like we know how you feel.
Well, didn't he also do the really bad? Maybe it's somebody else, but didn't he also do another really bad video game movie? It was like, didn't he do the Mortal Kombat movie, or am I just making that up?
He did, but I think the
Okay.
first Mortal Kombat movie is actually by fans of the game. They like it, like
Oh,
it's
really? Okay.
genuinely liked.
Because I
It's like
heard
a
of one
good
that's terrible,
adaptation.
but
Oh, there's a
maybe
lot of
not.
terrible ones, but the first one
Okay.
I feel like I've heard is a good one. Although how
Interesting.
you adapt a fighting game, I never understood.
Yeah, I don't. I guess because I.
Oh, whoa.
What happened?
This game, I always forget that it kind of things change certain playthroughs. Like instead of the big fat zombie, I just had
Oh yeah.
three zombies at the top of the stairs. I was expecting
Really?
the big fat guy.
I don't know if that's ever changed from. Well, I guess yeah, because yeah, this game does change, but I didn't know that was one of the changes. That's weird. Thought it was always the big fat guy. I bet you I have him. uh, save room time. Oh God, you scared the shit out of me. There was a freaking zombie right by the save room, and I didn't see him. I do like how in this game and RE2, it's kind of cool that you go to the whole game of RE2 base, or at least the whole beginning half takes place in this police station, and then here you only go to it very briefly. But I do like that you revisit it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. But I like how this game has its whole like this game. I think you explore the most in Raccoon City, which is what I absolutely love.
Hmm. It's probably what they wanted to do in two, or that maybe they realized, oh shit, we wish we had done that more.
Right, because I think a lot of people feel that way, like, oh, Raccoon City's so cool, and it's this city, so it's big, and we could, I mean, even though it's technically supposed to be like a small city, but whatever, there's a lot to explore within it, so it's cool that they realized that, and they were like, hey, more people probably want to go into the actual city. You
Yeah.
get to see the clock tower and just different little things and
Hmm.
shops and stuff, and the hospital, which is cool.
There's a file in here. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's go find that picture of Rebecca in her basketball uniform,
Oh yeah.
which you can only get in RE2.
I don't think there's anything to do back there.
I remember you saying this last time when we were playing this, or maybe when we did our little whatever it was called, like a test or whatever we did a couple weeks ago. But
Right.
you were saying like that the save room music in this game doesn't really get enough credit because a lot of people like really talk about
Yeah.
RE2, and I agree with you. I really like it. It's very like menacing. It's got
It's
like
like
all
yeah,
the save room themes are like that, but this one in particular is like very. And I think
very
I said this
dark
to
and
you.
foreboding, like
Yeah, it's like almost like you're
kind
anticipating
of
something,
uplifting, but kind of
but still kind of not at the same time.
yeah.
And I said this to you when we were doing that little test, but I want to repeat it just in case if people watch this, maybe fans of the game. I mean, I consider you and I really big Resident Evil fans, but I heard, and I don't think it's true because I've played this game so many times and it's never happened. But people say that if you like stay in the save room for too long, or if you go into the save room and the music isn't on, because there are certain times where that happens, where you'll go into a save room and it'll be the normal creepy save room music, and then you'll go back in that save room like later on or after you have an encounter with Nemesis, and the save room music will not be on, and instead it'll be this like menacing, like dark music. It's not the save room music,
Uh-huh.
and they say that if you stand around too long in that save room with that music on when it's not the save room music, that Nemesis will just bust through the door of the save room and like kill you like instantly. And I want to say that was like a fan made like rumor or something because I've never seen that happen and I've played this game so many
I
times.
mean, that would
So
be very cool if it was true. I just think that's a cool like idea, but
yeah,
I don't know how true that is either.
yeah, I don't think. I mean, granted, I've never stood in the save room for more than like the amount of time it takes to like save and get my items and shit. But like, I've always wanted to test it, just stand in the save room and like leave my game on for like an hour and see if like Jill eventually just
Yeah.
dies. Damn, Dylan, you're way ahead of me. Did you get Brad's ID off of him,
No, I
or did
got
you have to
Jill's
go get
ID.
hers?
I got
Okay,
hers.
because you said you already went upstairs. I'm literally just now running out to the main hall to get my code to get the stars key.
Oh yeah, no, I just did that. I gotta drop some stuff though, because for some reason
Okay.
I thought it would discard her stars card, but it doesn't.
I know it doesn't tell you to get rid of it. I guess because it's hers and that makes sense that she would keep it. But I don't know. It's a pain in the ass because
Right.
then you have to put it in the box and you never even use it again.
I know. Oops. Oh, no, I guess I
I was really excited to play this game, and I still am. Don't get me wrong, this and two. But now I'm like really excited for some reason to get to Code Veronica, just because
didn't.
0513. Um,
I
I
mean,
haven't played Code
I
Veronica.
am, if
I'm excited to
only
hear
like
your
I
reaction.
said, for Allison Court, and it is just a lot easier to stream.
Oh yeah, no, it is. We can just hit it and go, and that'll be cool to stream that because it's the oldest one that we're able to stream, so that's kind of cool. It's like a big classic one to stream.
Yeah. I hate how they just did away with PS1 classics on PS4.
I know it makes no sense. They should just have it should just be all inclusive, not just the last generation, whatever. Like
Well,
what two
a
generations ago.
while ago, I heard a rumor that PS5 is going to be backwards compatible to everything. How awesome would that
No,
be?
are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I
Watch
heard.
that be a lie.
I know.
Because they always say that, and then like it's not. But that would be really cool. I think the only like console that was backwards compatible that of like semi recent was like the Wii, where you were able to play GameCube games, which was awesome.
Right, right. Well, I think PS4 and Xbox One are, but they're like, it depends on the game. Like, they have to do a lot of work on each game to make it work. It's not just
Yep,
like
that's
everything works. Yeah.
right. Well, PS5 does do that, and apparently there's rumors that that's going to be announced like in 2020, like the next PlayStation and the next whatever Microsoft's going to do. Come on, the next Xbox.
Yeah.
God, I'm fucking hurt. The damage in this too is very inconsistent. I remember when I was watching two best friends play this, they were saying that too. They're like, sometimes you can get bit like 5 times and Jill will not be limping, and then sometimes you literally get bit once and it's I think it is random because like I'm freaking limping and I just got bit one time. And I wasn't like hurt. I just healed like not that long ago. Oh, that's annoying. Now I'm limping. Now I'm gonna have to run from Nemesis while I'm limping, and that's gonna be annoying.
Oh, that's always fun. Thanks, Rebecca. I love that they put a first aid case in Rebecca's little bag.
Oh yeah, I know. I love that. And I always forget if that's this or RE2. So thanks for reminding me that it's because I don't
Yeah.
think it's like that in RE2.
No, I don't think so. Let's see.
Remember
Is
when you
there
get
anything
that
else out here?
fax about what's his name, Chief Irons, and he's like a super creepy like rapist or something?
I
Well,
know.
he was like accused or something under suspicion of rape is what it says. I'm like, that is so like
Hmm.
if you couldn't even make that character more fucked up. He's so creepy. Oh, look, Chris's little Made in Heaven jacket matches Claire. Is there anything on? Oh, Barry has ammo. Okay. I like the stars office. It's cool to see where everybody sat. It's like imagine when this was a functioning office. Like Wesker's the top dog up here.
I
There's
know.
Barry.
But when all the STARS officers were alive, how did they had to have had another room or like more desks in here or something?
Yeah, I know, right?
Or
Because
they
there's
just
like
everybody had to share a desk.
I know, because there's way more stars members than just what these desks show. Maybe there's like an extended stars office somewhere, but in this
Rebecca's
one
the
just
Rebecca's the rookie, so Wesker like offered to share his desk with her because he's obsessed with her.
he has like a crush on yeah. I want to hear Capcom's explanation for like why
Like, why
that
in Wesker's? I mean, Rebecca literally has a desk here. Couldn't it have been on hers?
maybe there's an actual reason they want to make Wesker like a super creep. I don't know, I don't know. It's interesting though. Oh, we should have played a round of Mercenaries and paired those two up just for this reason. Like Stars, Wesker, and Rebecca, yeah. Because we're always trying to think of iconic duos when you and I are playing that. We should definitely do Wesker and
I
Rebecca.
know.
He'd be like, hey, girl. I love that they gave her that as an alternate costume, too, in the RE0 HD re-release. That was awesome.
Yeah.
They included a lot of cool stuff for her. I wish they gave Billy, like, some cool ones.
I know.
Billy's only cool one is, like, the Mafia one, and that's his OG
Oh
one anyway.
no.
Don't bite me. Shit, okay.
All right. Well, I'm running away from Nemesis now.
About to do the same thing. I'm so nervous because I'm fucking hurt.
What if for Billy? What if they gave him a Leon costume? Would that like blow your fangirl mind?
Yeah, it'd be like my
Give him
Two-Face.
Leon's haircut.
No, you can't mess with Billy's nice, like whatever his hair is considered.
Oh
It's
shit, I
nice.
can't stop in this room. Well, I'm in the room with the zombies in Marvin's room, and I hadn't
Yeah,
been
I'm
in his
about to.
little office, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna
Oh,
wait for the zombies to sort of go in there now, but
and
nope,
you
he's gonna
forgot
follow me.
Nemesis was chasing you.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yep, he's about to fucking shoot his rocket at me. His voice is so great. I know you and I've talked about it a million times, but now that we're actually doing the,
Tony
playthrough on
Rosato,
it,
I think.
yeah, he's so good. Like, and they were never able to recapture that. And I remember you and I saying like, oh, if there's any voice they could duplicate for today would be like that simple star. But
Uh-huh.
nope, everything sounds like shit. It either sounds too robotic or, um, ORC's just sounds like a freaking angry man star. Like it doesn't sound like a creature. It sounds
No, yeah.
horrible.
One of them sounds like a robot, which is Umbrella
Umbrella
Chronicles, and
Chronicles.
the
Yeah.
ORC just sounds like a big angry man shouting at
Yeah.
you.
I hate that. And in this it's actually like a creature and it's like deep and subtle and creepy. I just love it.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it, but
All right, I'm gonna grab these gunpowder, and then I'm gonna head to the other save room that I think I'm gonna get to, and then I'm gonna save and stop.
okay, I'm about to be there too. I'm about to see a little glimpse of a brain sucker or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I just saw it. That's creepy. Ooh, this soldier had ooh, he has a file. Mercenary's diary. Yeah, this is a good one. So when you get to it, you should read it at least for because you're actually recording. Because I
Right.
remember this being interesting. I'm reading it right now, but I'm just gonna read it to myself so I don't spoil it. I mean, if we do end up getting to a file at the same time, we can do what we did in remake and just go back and forth. But if I get to one first or
Yeah.
whatever, I'll just like read it to myself. Because I feel like even though we've read these so many times, we know what all of them say. We should, for the sake of canon, to like read them
Yeah, the
first.
important or the interesting story files, definitely.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
All right, I found it. Let me. Oh no, I found ammo. Is it also on him?
Oh yeah, when you pick up the ammo,
Oh
then
yeah,
it'll give it to you after that. You see the cool brain sucker in the corner?
I did.
The little glimpse
Following
of what's
6 months of intensive training, my body's edge has returned. I was a good soldier, but they ordered my execution with no reason given. I was tortured and forced to give a false confession.
see that's fucked up.
On the morning of my execution, a miracle happened. The company had helped me out, giving me a second lease on life. I ended my vacation short and returned to the HQ office. It looks like my UBCS unit's been called into action. Umbrella maintains its own paramilitary unit to counter corporate terrorism and VIP abduction. In addition, they have nightmen who specialize in handling problems caused by illegal products. I'm currently a member of the latter. Dawn's here until dawn, but we're still slogging through
You
this
would say
nightmare.
that.
There are no provisions of any kind here. The undead walk the streets, feeding upon the flesh of the living.
That's cool.
Given the choice, I would rather have been executed. Death row is a heavenly asylum compared to this place. That's fucking dark.
I know,
I've
right?
chosen to pull the trigger myself in hope that my dead body won't come back to life. That's also fucking dark.
I know, like people think of Resident Evil and the older games, and they think it's just they're cheesy and whatever, but they have some darkness to them. I'm like we were
Yeah,
talking about that when we were reading Lisa's stuff in
yeah.
remake. That's a really dark storyline. Holy shit.
Mm, no, definitely. Oh, I can combine these and then pick that up. I probably could have gotten more than
Got
that,
bit
but
by a
whatever.
fucking dog. So there are a couple save rooms you get to before you get to like the main one. I'm just gonna get to the main one just because I'm having fun. I want to get to that one that's like where right before you meet Carlos. You know which one I mean?
Um, in the garage, because that's where I'm going. Or is there one after that? I don't
No,
remember.
there's one after. There's one like right, which is like the main save
Oh
room,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna get to that one just because that's the main one
Yeah,
anyway.
I'll
So
head to that too.
okay,
Oh, fuck you.
dogs.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
know.
Asshole. I've been doing pretty good dodging, and then he has to come and fuck me up.
Yeah, and if you walk, usually they don't get you. No, no, no. Save you
You
actually
said
try to
that
save
before.
them.
I don't believe you at all.
No, I just got through the garage part with walking. They just kind of look at you. You can't get close to them though. If you get too close, they freak out and they start to bite you. Oh fucking the fucking things are here. The brain sucker. Oh, I showed it in a cutscene, so I have to slow down my progress. Get. I hate these things. Oh my god, it freaking makes me limp. No. I swear they're just as annoying as fucking hunters. I know it's a bold statement, but they're like a pain in the ass in this game, and they fucking
I
always put
know.
me in caution.
They're pretty interesting a design, I think. Their names aren't that. I mean, their names are kind of disturbing, but I feel like
Names, yeah. It's very
maybe
simple though.
were they trying to make them like, hunters? Resident Evil 1 had hunters, and then lickers were the
Lickers.
new thing. And then maybe they tried to make brain suckers a thing, and then they never.
Yeah, they never like brought them back or anything. They were only in this
They
one.
didn't even bring them back later in the game. They just came up with a new creature that looked similar, and they're called
Yeah,
like
why?
drain demos.
Yeah, but why? They're like the same exact thing. They do the same thing. They
I
attack the
think
same
they're
way.
like greener, but other than
Yeah,
looking a little different.
they're like the same. Yeah. I don't know. They're a pain in the ass though. Every Resident Evil game has its unique like other creature besides a zombie, and these ones are annoying. It's like,
Yeah.
RE0 had fucking eliminators and fucking leech guys, and those are both a pain in the ass. These things are a pain in the ass. Lickers are the only ones that are like I'm fine with because I can just like sneak past them. Although the lickers towards the end of the game, the tougher ones that are in the labs are kind of
Oh yeah.
harder.
Like the gray ones or the black ones.
Yeah, yeah, they're cool looking, but they're a pain in the ass because I feel like they have more of a chance of instant killing you.
Hmm.
They're like tougher.
I feel like there's something in this bag. No, there's not. There's a pamphlet here. City guide. I'm not gonna read this, but
Come on, read the pamphlet. Pitch, 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 pitch. God, there's so many zombies.
alright. Alright, I'm about to use the fire hook.
Fire hook. Oh, you went in there first? Oh. I was
I
just gonna
mean,
go to the save room. No, I can go in there too. I just didn't know if you were gonna go in there first before like going to the save room.
no, I think it's a good
Good to
place to
do that
stop.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll go in there then.
And then if we run to a save room to save, and then Nemesis is still chasing you, that'll be a good fun place to
Yeah.
pick up again.
How fun. All right, let me do that then because I actually forgot about that. And you need the lockpick, right, to get that fire hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. I am gonna hide in the kitchen.
Yeah, because then you'll get. Oh yeah, do that because then you'll get the first part of the gun or whatever.
Oh yeah. Because I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna try to fight him any other legit way.
Right. So you gotta get it when you can cheat. I think the next time you can get it is when you're on top of the
It's
clock
nice
tower.
that the game like allowed you to kind of cheat that way. Like it's not like you have to do it yourself to get these things. It's just whenever he falls down.
I know, I like that. I like how this game you can like play it in different ways, and you can. There's different items in certain. I don't know. That's kind of cool. And the whole choice
Yeah,
thing was really unique to Resident Evil because that had never been like a thing before to be
it
able to
was.
make like choices.
Maybe they did that just because like 1 and 2 had two different characters and kind of two separate stories.
Right.
I mean,
Whereas this is just Jill, but they still made it interesting with
yeah, they
that.
have those choices to kind of give you the one of two endings, which we know which one we have to get for canon's sake. I know we already know that. Do you remember how
Oh
to get
yeah.
it? We can talk.
Yes.
Okay.
The bridge. That's all I'm gonna say. When you're running across that bridge.
Which I don't quite understand how that changes things, but it does.
And you know Resident Evil, you do one little small thing and you'll get the bad ending or you'll get the good end. Like it's like if you don't wait for Barry at the bottom of that hole in the original RE1, he just dies like later on in the game. But if you wait for him, he doesn't. It's like funny. Oh, here he comes.
All right. Well, I am in the save room, so I think I am going to pick this up.
So when you hid inside the kitchen, it's gonna blow them up, obviously, and then you just went
Uh-huh.
and got the first part of the gun, right?
Yes.
Okay. What did she throw at him? A Molotov?
I know. She
She
had a
like pulled that out
grenade.
of nowhere, and I was yeah, she just has a grenade that we didn't even pick up or see. You could have barbecued both of us. Is that what he said?
All right, well, I am going to save and stop now, and this might be
Okay.
the end of the first video. So if it
Yay.
is, Brandy and I will see you soon for part 2. This is very
Yay.
fun that
I
we
know,
can
more
finally play
Nemesis
2
fun.
and 3, and
I
3
know.
first, of course. So yeah, we will see you in the second video.